Hello everybody, welcome to episode 13 of Keep It Real. I'm I'm filming this episode straight on from the last episode, actually from episode 12, so my voice doesn't sound any better, literally because there's been no time to rest in between. Hopefully it will be sounding a bit better by the time I record my roleplay story anyway. But we are now in February, first week of February. The loan repayment has come out. So we are on £3,388 and the rent is due. So let's start the episode by paying us £800 rent. We have got £2,588. We're struggling. We are just about going to make next month's payment and next month's rent payment. So we are really struggling. Now, one thing that I need to do, and I've been looking into it, someone may have commented in the time it's taken for the last episode to come out onto this one, but not having an even share of food for the ducks is no good. The health is just going to continue to drop, and they're going to start dying. Fortunately, you know, we've only really skipped, I don't know, half a month since the last episode, so we need to buy some duck food though, which is just another expense. It's just another thing to worry about. So we're going to start the episode with heading on down to the sawmill. Just get rid of these last two logs. They actually look half decent, the logs. They don't look too bad. So I'm kind of hoping this is going to pay for some bags of duck food, because yeah, I don't want them dying. It's not like they really lose a lot of money, to be honest, because they cost nothing. But I just don't want them to die. Obviously I want them to continue to get older and start producing eggs. But yeah, I don't know, maybe some of the ducks have grown up now actually. Maybe some of them have died. I haven't checked. We'll keeping it real, we'll only check when we actually get there. Now I'll go to the sawmill. It's normally a little bit more money at the sawmill. This is the entrance. We've got an 11-ton pickup truck. I'm sure it said that last time as well. And I'm pretty sure it would be here, if I remember. I do like to try and play without the interactive markers on, but it's normally there-ish. Maybe I will put them on, just this once. If I can find the button. Zone marker is on. Oh, I was literally stood next to it, wasn't I? Okay, £145. We're now making environmental score though. That's nice, isn't it? So an extra £3 that we wouldn't have got. That's a few extra grains for the ducks. Okay. We are of course not playing it on easy difficulty, because that would just be too easy. So that's probably paid for a couple of bags of duck food though. So not bad, not bad. We don't have the ability to chop down any more trees. The truck honestly still weighs 11 tons. Incredible. Right, let's head on to the shop now. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well since the last episode. Obviously, if you kind of gave me any comments and suggestions, which I'm sure you would have done, and I really appreciate them, and hopefully I would have already answered every single comment, as I always try to do. But yeah, I'm not ignoring them in this episode, it's just pre-recorded. But I'm kind of hoping my voice hurries up and gets better. I feel like, actually, now that I'm recording these and doing more talking, it is, even while doing it, starting to sound a bit clearer and clearer. It's almost like warming it up a little bit. But I do want to get on and record the roleplay story mode. And I don't really want to sound too poorly whilst I'm doing that. Although actually it's probably quite in-fitting with the story at the minute, because you know, I could probably play it off as being a bit poorly, not slept a great deal due to the things going on with Mr. Javaskis. Maybe I could make it work, but yeah, I'd rather have a nice clean throat really to do that. Anyway, let's head into the shop. Oh, what have we got here today? I mean, Nothing that's affordable, of course, but it's always nice to look at the used, isn't it? Maybe one day we'll go for something like that. Maybe. But here and now, it's not going to happen. Right, we are here just to buy duck food. Or chicken food, as far as the game's concerned. Yeah, we can get loads of that. I mean, that would be quite helpful. But it's a lot of money to invest, isn't it? Right, let's get a few of these. Don't cost a lot. How much money did we just make? We made a couple hundred, didn't we? Right, I'm gonna get 10 bags. Nice round number. I'm curious, by the way, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but obviously this kind of style of play, you'd always put a shop forklift into place to kind of help you load up. However, in real life, could you honestly go to a shop and they would give you the keys to their forklift and kind of let you use it to load up? Probably not. They would either do it for you at probably an extra cost, or you'd have to find your own way of doing it. I mean, I'm pretty certain I run various places where we sell stock, and one thing is for sure, I would not allow a customer to use any of the equipment without, you know, proper training. So yeah, I just think maybe in a series where I want to keep it a bit real, being able to just randomly drive a shop's forklift probably isn't real. So I don't know what to do on that one. For the minute though, what it does mean is I'm limiting myself to not being able to buy certain bits of equipment and pallets and things like that. Which is fine actually, it's making it more challenging. Anyway, this won't take too long. I guess the only downside of putting so much corn in is that I'm now not going to be able to put too much of this in, because I've taken up all of the capacity, which is a bit annoying. I should have forward planned that really, but anyway. Let's close that up. Head on back to the ducks. Now I don't know really what we can get up to today. It's first week of February. I'll probably sort the ducks out, make sure they're okay, and head to the pub and just see if there's anyone in there who needs any work doing contract wise. I knew that was going to fall out. That's annoying. Right, let's go. I feel like that's going to fall out again, isn't it? No, it's stuck now. Okay, yeah, so we'll probably take a little trip to the pub after we've done this. Hopefully there's a little bit of work and not ploughing. Okay, here we are. Just pulling up now. Try not to run over any ducks. I don't see any ducks. Hopefully they're not all dead. Oh yeah, there's a duck. There's the big one. There's the mama. Right. Oh, I do that every time. That's better. That is better. I would put the simple IC, the interactive controls on, but because I use an Xbox Elite controller, it's quite difficult to set the key binding up with actually using the controller, because it overrides other things and it's just really annoying. So I have to kind of keep jumping over to, like on the roleplay series, although I use a controller, I have to grab the mouse just to do the interactive bits, and it is a bit annoying. Right, let's just put as many bags of this in as we can. Hopefully the duck's health hasn't gone to 0 already, but it's certainly something that's going to happen. Doesn't look like we've lost any anyway. There's still a few here running around, but it also doesn't look like any of them have grown up. Although again, I mean, they changed colour. That was not white a second ago. It's literally changed colour right in front of me. That was not white. Unless there's more than one big one. Ah, okay. There's more than one big one. How old is that one? Doesn't actually say. Okay. Right, so let's check in on the ducks here now a minute. Okay, right, well, health is 0. Yeah. Interesting. Protein food is going up. Moisture food is going up. Why isn't the energy food going up? Why is that not going up? And also, it's not going up very much, is it? Okay. It is the right kind of food, isn't it? Yeah. This is what I gave them last time, and it gave them a nice equal balance. Okay, well, we're just going to put it all in. I am surprised that they've taken that much food. Is it changing? The energy food still isn't changing. Why is that? Why is that? They hold a lot more food than what I thought they would have done, though. Okay. So for a minute, we're just going to have to continue to add that to our expenses, and just going to have to keep buying food from the shop. It's just going to have to happen, isn't it? Okay, well that's it for a minute anyway. Hopefully, the productivity is going to go up and the health's going to go back up, because they are all doing quite bad. Wonderful. Right, so I think now we're just going to head to the pub. See what is available. Hopefully, I really hope something better than ploughing. Okay, just park up in here again. Lovely. And let's see what is available. Literally just ploughing. Exactly what I was hoping it wouldn't be. That is quite frustrating. But let's have a look. Field 46. Which one is Field 46? Is it one of these ones? 46. Well, that's not too bad, is it? Don't think that would take too long. So maybe we would do that. The only thing is, obviously, it's quite new equipment. However, you know, I'm kind of happy because we've worked for this guy before. We've done 2 or 3 for this guy actually, so you know he's built up a bit of trust. He's now letting us drive his slightly nicer equipment, a nice new looking class there. So we'll go with that. So I'll just do some editing magic, make sure the tractors go to the right place. And interestingly enough, I've just done the contract, borrowing the items, and it just disappeared. Just completely vanished. And has also not put the equipment there. And I've gone to look at the field, and it's been ploughed. So that's good, isn't it? What I'm going to do is just make a quick save, reload the map. It's just having a bit of a funny moment, I think. Well, hello again. I am back, and yeah, we are struggling. We are really, really struggling. In actual fact, so what I've had to do, hey, hopefully you can notice that my voice has magically become a little bit better. That's because I got so frustrated with this little weird contract glitch that was going on. I stopped recording at that point just then. I'm assuming in the video because this is actually re-editing it. But yeah, I got so frustrated with the contract issue. Like I seem to be having. As soon as I accepted it, disappeared. Accepted a different one, disappeared. Did it 2 or 3 times. I just gave up with it. I actually recorded the roleplay episode, released that. So in the meantime, you've probably watched that, and now I've come back to this. So I guess you could say we're kind of live now. We are live now. I've changed the time down, by the way, just so that I can talk and explain it really quickly. But we'll just bump that right back up to ×10. But first of all, as painful as it is, we've now moved forward a month. And by the way, I don't know if this has actually fixed it. So £163 we have now. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's not even enough to lease the planter for the potatoes. So we're in a bad place. I'm really hoping, just for the benefit of potentially having to start a whole new save game because it's got some sort of error, I am just going to jump straight to the menu now. And you will notice that I've installed the refresh contract option. I don't know if this is going to work. I think... Oh, okay. Right, it did work. I've left that in the episode just because, you know, the whole keep it real thing, it's not really how I wanted to do it. But I was actually very concerned that we were going to have some trouble. And potentially I'd have to kind of start a new save and maybe do that. It's only a small amount of landscaping, but still quite a bit of time has gone into the landscape, and that would have been annoying if I had to start a new save. But I don't. Right, we have skipped 2 more days. Let's just bump the time back to 10. One thing I absolutely did not want to be doing is just skipping through random days. I don't like doing that, not for this series, but I didn't have a choice. But what I do need to do now is head back to the kind of sort of yard, if that's what you would call it, and just check on the ducks. And I'm kind of hoping their health has gone up. I'm certainly hoping that we haven't lost any. Now, in the meantime, by the way, I have actually edited, so all of the recording I did before this point, I have it already pre-edited, and what I found was actually, compared to the episode previous, we did actually lose ducks, and we lost quite a few, I think, by the look of it. We lost 4 or 5 ducks, so they obviously do die. Now, I'm assuming these haven't grown up, they've just decided to change colour, because I did see another big one there we go. So they've just fancied a different set of clothes on today, these ducks, just thought they'd get changed. I do quite like them like that though, they look pretty realistic, that colour. Anyway, it's very noisy. Yeah, so it doesn't sound like we've lost any anyway. So food's still at 1025. Let's just jump into this menu. So what, we haven't gained any. So what have we got there now? I mean, to be fair, maybe we only lost 1, because I'm pretty sure I bought 8. Unless I bought 2 lots of 8. Not sure, I'm pretty sure that carrier there only carried 8. So maybe we lost 1 duck. Which isn't as bad as I thought. Maybe we didn't lose any. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Anyway, I'm rambling. The health is 100%. Amazing. Now, this must be the original duck. The one that's 10 months old. Was it? Yeah, I suppose, because we didn't buy it as a duck, did we? So that's good. So he's still going. Reproduction. Actually going to get some more. I think, by the way, with the enhanced animal mod, it doesn't just give you 1 duck per animal. This 1 duck here may have 4 or 5 ducklings, which would be great. One thing I'm still confused about is the eggs. Still on 0 pieces. I would have assumed that that duck would have at least laid 1 egg by now. Surely it's been there 2 or 3 months. But maybe it needs to have its first batch of babies before it starts producing eggs. Maybe. I don't know. Not too sure. But what we do need to do, I think, is invest some money on some grown female ducks. This particular duck needs a few friends, and hopefully get those eggs going. Definitely. Okay. Wow. We haven't lost any more anyway. Not by the look of it. God, they are really noisy for me. You probably can't hear it so much because of the way I set my audio up, but these ducks are really noisy. Okay. Right, we'll just check in. I think everything's good here. No weeds in that section there. Brilliant. Right, so I'm going to get straight back to where I was. My plan is to still, if I can, make this 1 episode still around sort of half an hour. Maybe a little bit more now because of the weird little thing I had in between. But we'll go straight to the pub. accept some form of contract. We did sneak peek, they were all fertilising, which is my favourite kind of contract to do, which also makes the day much better, because £163 was a bit worrying. Hopefully with doing these fertilising contracts, we're going to be able to lease that planter and then jump straight into the next episode. God, I cut that junction a bit then, didn't I? That was bad. That was not keeping it real. Yeah, we'll get the planter ready for the next episode then, hopefully, and we can start to make a bit more progress again in our own field. Every time I hit something invisible there, I don't know what it is. That's not the only place I've noticed actually on this map, so I don't know if it's the mod or maybe there's just a small collision in the actual map, I don't know. Anyway, right. Sticking with a keeping it real theme, let's jump back into the menu. So what do we have the option of? I will turn the refresh contracts bit back off again, by the way, as soon as I finish this episode. I don't like using that, but for a minute. The equipment is exactly the same on all three. And out of the three, realistically, to be honest, we've done work for him before. So, what is that? 52. Let's have a quick peek. Okay, there's 52. I mean, we haven't done a field over there at all yet. So maybe that's an option. 52. That was the best paying option though, and I don't really want to pick it just for that reason. 51, just next door to it. Field 82. Let's just have a look. It'd be nice to pick one actually, a bit different. A bit of a different area on the map, wouldn't it? Okay, right, we're going to go with 82. Because we haven't been that side of the map yet, and that's the only reason why I'm not picking it for the best value all the time. So 82. Again, I'm pretty sure we did. This might have been our first contractor, actually, the guy that we're working for. So we will borrow the items. Brilliant, and it's not giving us any errors this time around, so I'm happy with that. Now, in the little cut I did then, if you noticed, you may not have even noticed. Depends how good my editing skills are, I guess. But I have done a little bit of editing magic and got all of the equipment delivered to the field, as always. So we just need to make our way to that field. And I may cut this bit, I may not. I don't know. This is new, isn't it? This is a new section. Now, I can use a mini-map, but I have to remember what is the button to do that. That one there. Okay, here we go. Pretty sure it is actually this way, although it looks closer than it is on that mini-map in the corner. It is this way, this is the long way around. So yeah, I'm sticking to using the minimap because this truck does have built-in sat-nav. Yeah. Let's jump back out again so we can see this area of the map. So yeah, so we have been this far actually. We got the taxi here in the very first episode. Had a look at this little plot of land. By the way, I never wanted this to turn into a tree chopping kind of survival type series, but this time next year, when we start getting into those kind of November, December, January months, when we know now there are no contracts, maybe it is worth purchasing and chopping down a few trees, and then, I don't know, maybe selling the land or using it for something. Not so sure. So in the meantime, obviously it's a bit of a weird one. I've cut the episode halfway through, but have you watched the I forgot what it was called then, the roleplay story mode? That's the one. Have you watched that in the meantime? What did you think? I'm starting to add a few little plot twists in at the end of each episode, just for, I don't know, a bit of variety, trying to come up with something a little bit different, and just to keep people interested, I guess. I'm wanting to kind of watch the next episode. Maybe look forward to the next episode. That would ideally be what I want to do. But now, is there a weight here? Is there a weight here somewhere? Yes, there is. This time around, we can actually use the weight because we have got front linkage. And also this time around, I will actually raise it. That would be good. That would be good. Although I will literally forget to raise it in the time it takes me to drive up to it. I know I will. It's funny really, the amount of comments I had, probably in the first ever episode I made a big kind of amateur blunder. And then I did it again maybe 2 or 3 episodes after that. Yeah, I don't know if it's manual attach. When you just attach them normally, they automatically pick up. And maybe I'm just force of habit assuming it's lifted. But clearly that has not raised itself, has it? No hoses or anything? No. Right. So yeah, that was... you can see straight away how much it just lowered the front of the tractor. Yeah, that was my issue the first time around. I'm not doing that again. Now I will just connect this up, and as always, put a little bit of fertilizer into the spreader, because again, you know, we've talked about it before, we've agreed it before. Realistically, if you were working for a farmer and just getting paid as kind of a farm hand, which is what we're sort of simulating, you wouldn't have to buy your own fertilizer. So we do pre-fill some fertilizer. Let's get that connected up. And I probably won't clip it because you can kind of see how I do it, I guess, but I'm sure I have done it before. Just straight into the easy dev tools, select your vehicle section here, and then you can literally select what you want to put in, and you can just put what you need. So actually, I don't think we need a huge amount, do we? Let's half fill it, which is 4,500 litres of lime. There we go, half filled. And again, once we cash in the contract, we won't make any money based on whatever's left over. We will empty it again before we finish. Right, I need to get on with this quick now because I'm trying to keep the episode to 30 minutes. And as it stands, I actually have no idea how long it is. Well, this is a wide spreader though, isn't it? Right, I'll probably time-lapse this bit for a little change. I've not done a time-lapse on anything for a while, so I will catch you very, very shortly. Okay, I didn't actually jump into a time-lapse then, did I? I'm pretty sure I've jumped straight to this, so you will see why. I've just done this bottom section. But of course, with all of the various mods turned on that we've turned on, and the weight of the vehicles and the thinness of the tyres, because obviously they are narrow, which is good, it doesn't have any grip at all. It could not even get up the field at all. And you know what? See how sloped this field is? I didn't even pre-look at it. Yeah, this tractor is struggling. So I'm gonna have to do this side to side, I think. And like I said, I've done the bottom section already, but it is really, really struggling. Hopefully it won't struggle with this bit being a kind of flat bit. But yeah, that wasn't a very good start. we're back. Contract is finished. However, we might as well get to the end. Assuming we can get to the end, actually. That was a struggle. Yeah, so hopefully that didn't actually take too long. To be honest, that's probably a bit too easy. That was definitely very easy money, but given how much time I've just literally wasted trying to sort of fix this episode, I don't mind in this occasion. Now you see I've just emptied it again, just so now when we drive back to the pub, we don't get any reimbursement for the lime that was left over, or for the fertiliser, sorry, because it is gone. I think it's actually ours, so right, good job, well done. Didn't take very long at all. It probably seemed even shorter because of the time lapse, which I'm sure I have set up. I'm talking to myself in the future, but I'm pretty sure I would have done that as a time lapse. Do you know what? Are we left or right hand side of the road? I can't even remember. What are we in France? I don't remember. There's no traffic around. Oh no, I can't keep it real if I don't even know what side of the road to be on. I left. I'm pretty sure it was left. Well no, it was right. Right? I'm going to go with right. Right, ideal. Just parking back up now outside of the pub. So let's pop back in, collect our contract, which is there, ready to go. So obviously we've lost a bit of money because, again, we're still borrowing equipment. So £4,278, I'm happy with that. I'm real happy with that. Good. So that's it for the easy contracts for a minute. I could absolutely spam fertilising contracts, I think. Probably make an absolute fortune, but then take away the whole concept of the series. So that was also not keeping it very real, was it? Reversing onto a main road right in front of a car. Good job I didn't make any rules about kind of speeding fines. And yeah, that would have been a bit too complex. Great, okay, so it's only 1 o'clock. What I probably should have done is skip the time to the same time we were at before. Can't remember what that was, but it's fine. We're going to end the day a little bit sooner, but it's been a long episode for me, just purely because of the amount of fiddling I've had to do, and the editing of a couple of completely different days, I guess, all put into one. But what we will do before I end the episode is check the shop. Now we are allowed to look at the used shop on our make-believe phone. Not anything in there that we need anyway. But of course, the rule was if we needed to buy it, we had to make our way to the shop, and hopefully it doesn't sell in the meantime. So we were allowed to do that, but made no difference anyway that time. So £4,366. I will catch you now in the middle of March, where we will be going straight into the shop to lease our potato planter. Depending on the price, we might just buy it. I don't know, but that's going to be the next one. So all of this prep work we've done, all of this kind of surviving and literally scraping through paying for bills, we should actually start to see some money coming in now once these potatoes are ready to go. Yeah. Is this going to be a turning point? I hope not, if I'm honest, because I don't want there to be a turning point. I want this theme to carry on going. So yeah, we shall see. Well, in the next couple of episodes, hopefully things will start to get a bit more interesting. But until then, cheers and gone.